it's round 2. It's my turn. And the question is, which is cooler?
Oh, that's almost as good as which is worse.
The ability to breathe underwater or the ability to fly?
God, Aquaman's the worst Justice Leaguer / super friend.
I'm going to mix it up and start with Joe.
Okay.
I am curious what my ability to fly is. Do I have wings? Do I have a hoverboard? Do I just have like a sparkly force field around me that allows me to be weightless? Like how is my flying happening?
You're flying.
The hoverboard down here.
You're flying. It's sort of X-Men style pseudoscience. Like Magneto, you essentially use the same power Magneto uses.
Actually, Magneto just uses the magnetic fields in the blah blah
name.
blah.
Yeah, exactly.
But Rogue and Miss Marvel actually just like do not even have wings. Like they have no reason why.
They're just like
magical force field around them.
It's like or like Superman.
Yeah.
Superman's just like
He has a cape.
Yeah, well, Superman can fly. Thor was my favorite because he originally couldn't fly. Like they gave him that power later, but he would just throw his hammer really hard and then just like get pulled up after it.
Well, his hammer does weigh
I could have one of those.
His hammer weighs something considerably like 50 tons or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's
And
made
so the
from like
force
the matter inside a black hole or something.
Yeah,
something like that. But he like oftentimes would like crash into buildings and stuff. It sucked. But you have the power. Essentially, what Magneto has, you use static electricity.
Okay.
Which sometimes gets you into trouble when you're like in dense cities, flying around buildings because there are fields.
Oh yeah.
Being put off like by like those giant server buildings. You can't fly safely around those because you'll get all wonky. And you'll get like discombobulated.
Right.
Yeah, laundromats
Can I
are
talk on my
dangerous.
cell phone while I'm flying?
No.
Then why wouldn't I just take an airplane?
Can you talk on your cell phone in an airplane?
Well, I'm saying if I don't even have that ability,
You go
I'm
way
no better
faster.
than an
Actually,
airplane.
You go way faster and there's no security.
The FAA is actually considering finally removing that ban in the next few years because they're stupid. And
There's
it's
a really
stupid.
funny, I think, College Humor video about people asking the flight attendant why they can't have their cell phone on. It's pretty funny. You guys should watch it.
Laundry day.
So I just have a force field thingy, but stuff blocks it. What?
You have the ability to.
I love the air.
Yeah. He's singing. You have the ability to fly, manipulating the static charges around you.
Bender.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can wipe a hard drive in 20 seconds.
While flying.
Yeah.
Cool.
With my freeze ray, I will stop the flying.
No.
Okay, so Justin, same question. Sort of like Goblet of
Why
Fire.
am I flying?
No, same-ish question. Like Goblet of Fire style. What is my method of swimming? Do I have gillyweed? Do I have gills? Do I have a bubble? Do I have a shark head? Am I just like really awesome at holding my breath? Like what's going on here?
Well,
Oh, I guess I'm breathing underwater and not holding my breath.
unfortunately, I am bound by the cards that I have to play.
Well, that's the name of the game.
But that's all right because these are awesome cards.
That's what someone sounds like when they're trying to cover for not having awesome cards.
So,
Like, oh, no,
what
that's great.
causes your ability to breathe underwater?
Yes.
Well, if you guys have been watching other videos on this channel, you would notice that Kristina is playing Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Yes, I know.
And Carl, what's his name?
Taco Man? I don't know.
Well, good. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
remember his name.
Taco Man
He just annoys me.
is looking for this magical
Mr. Taco Man.
taco.
It's gonna bug me.
So, Mr. Taco Man,
Dave.
that's actually
Crazy Dave.
Crazy Dave.
Crazy
Crazy
Dave
Dave.
is friends with Mr. Taco Man or Mrs. Taco Man who can breathe underwater. Her actual ability is he lost his taco because you ate it. And that magical taco is what gave you your underwater breathing powers.
So I can just like, is it gills or?
No, it's just magic. It's like while you're digesting this taco, while it's in your stomach, it gives you the magic in the taco provides an oxygen bubble, and so instead of digesting into your digestive tract, the taco digests into your lungs, and digests oxygen.
But only while it's in my stomach?
Right.
And there's only one.
No. You are Mrs. Taco Man. Mr. Taco Man just makes all these tacos. And so the
with
magic.
an endless supply of tacos?
Yeah, and so not only do you get to breathe underwater, but you get to eat an endless supply of tacos that does not make you fat.
That was gonna be my next question. Did these tacos make me gain weight?
No, because there's it only dissolves in your stomach into oxygen that goes to your lungs somehow.
And then you starve to death.
No, you can eat other food.
So technology bending, basically like identity theft abilities.
Yeah, plus flight.
Right. Or endless supply of tacos.
And
Breathing. These are secondary to the things that you've added to this.
Well, right.
question.
But the fact that you can do you're not just like flying super fast. You can like hover and
tacos.
Here's one thing I'll say. I'm not afraid of birds, but I am afraid of pretty much any sea creature like brushing past my leg.
taco hunting sharks.
I almost feel like, I can breathe underwater, but I'm not immune to the dangers of the deep. So I have to go with flying.
Yes.
Sorry, Justin. Tacos or no tacos, I don't want to get eaten by a shark.
Static electricity. I feel like
Nice.
there's this charge between us.
Taco.
Taco.
Mine are very clear when I play them. Sometimes I make it subtle, but I believe my other one was wrapping paper.
Tell us again about wrapping paper.
And I mentioned it about 7 or 8 times in my claim.
The one thing I like about these cards, among many things, but you have them in your hand for a long time. So the original ones that we designed didn't have anything else on them except the word.
Mm-hmm.
But these have those the cool flavor text.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Depending on if I wrote it or if Kristina wrote it.
Yeah, mine are really funny.
Yeah, mine are terrible, but much funnier than Kristina's words. But they're fun
I've
to have
read
in your
most
hand,
of
though.
them. They're hilarious.
Well, thanks, Justin. We'll see you next time for the last question of the game.
It'll be Joe's turn.
TeamHypercube, oot.
Oh, that was your turn?